What's happening? This is your favorite cousin Lena with YouTube and TikTok. You don't stop. Anyway, we're gonna do a how you showing up for the person that you're dating, right? Like, what's the outcome? What's going on with you? What's the energy check with the two of you? Okay, I've already prayed and meditated over these beautiful cards to give me a little bit more clarity, to help me out, to guide me so that I can give you a clear, concise, accurate message. Okay? Okay. How y'all doing out there? I hope y'all feel good. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know. Let me know where you're coming from, where you live, right? I would like that. Also, let me know if it resonates, okay? All right, so the first card out is going to be how you show up. The second card is the person you date, and then the outcome, okay? Then we'll do some clarifiers and some oracles, okay? All right, then, Spirit Guide, let me know. You know what? I know I shuffled them. Let's do it again. I know I've done it already, but I was doing too much talking. All right, Spirit Guides of the Most High Divine White Light, show me what I need to see. For the beautiful Sagittarius says, how do they show up in their current relationship? I'm seeing a little conflict, right? I'm seeing somebody walking away. Queen of Cups, right? Could have been a loss, maybe trying to come out of it intuitively. It seemed like there's some love there. Could be slow movement energy. Maybe you all are reconciling, right? Could be, possibly, right? Could be more than one person you're talking to, possibly, right? Okay, that's not a good one. Let's see, one more, please. Thank you. Look like somebody want to start something new because it could be some non-alliance. Somebody don't want to work with someone. Somebody want to let the burdens go. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's popping for my Sagittariuses. Okay, so yeah, somebody want to walk away. Somebody feel like it's still love on the table, but they loving themselves more, and they just feel like, Lena G, I think I gotta move on. I get it. I ain't here to judge. I'm just here to give a little insight. All right, first card out is for my Sagittarius. Sagittarius, how you showing up today? One card, please, Spirit. How is Sagittarius is showing up? So this is the Four of Swords in reverse. You exhausted. You could be dealing with some, hopefully not, some health issues. And maybe that with the reason why you have to walk away is because you put too much into it. You feel like it was draining, it was exhausting, you were doing more than your fair share, and maybe you were the only one showing up. So you burnt out. You could be burnt out from like mental anguish. You could be burnt out because of all what you had to endure at home and at work. And you could have other obligations like family and children and parents that you had to take care of, and even helping siblings out, right? We got adult siblings that have a hard time growing up. They have arrested development. So that's why I'm here. And this is what I'm seeing. That's why I'm here. This is what I'm seeing. This is why you're here. You're just exhausted. And you just said, Lena, I think I just want to move on. And I get it. It's almost like, the strength card, when you no longer have the strength, it's like you're very weary right now, right? Low energy. And it takes a lot for a person to have the strength and the courage to say, I'm waving a white flag. Hey, I'm not mad at you. I'm not saying you won. I ain't saying I won, but I love me enough to know that this is not what I want. So that's the energy that I'm picking up, my dear. How is the person that Sagittarius is here for? How are they showing up in this relationship? What do they have to say? Oh, goodness. Okay. So, you know what? This is what I had saw. It seemed like this person is very restless. They could be younger than you, very egoish, Younger people, I love them. They have that tenacity about them, like they got to stand their ground, right? But that person is very relentless, and it's like, you know what, they like, I'll fight to the battle, like I'll fight till I see some blood. And this person is saying that this is letting me know that you all had some conflict, and it just seemed like it would never just rest. Like this seemed like this has been going on for a minute, right? Since maybe last year and over. It looked like it was a lot of arguments, a lot of bickering. It looked like, a lot of egos, and it was like somebody just, it was just their way. Like they wanted to win at all costs. This is what I'm seeing. Or they could be saying this is how you show up, Sagittarius. Like you just had to have it your way. It looked like it was you all was up and down, very emotional, a lot of clouds. So this is letting me know that that there was it could have been other people involved, but very selfish energy, and that somebody had to win at all costs. Basically, that's it. Somebody was like, you know what? Yeah, we can argue, and it's like they're not going to stop until they have their point is said, regardless of what you say. They got to make sure their point is across, regardless if you heard them or not. They got to say it. That's how young people are, right? At one time, you two were like in love, like divinely guided. God brought you two together, like like the heavenly angels brought the two of you together. But somehow, some way, you two could have even been married, right? Even if it's traditional or not, you two had like a commitment, right? But things change suddenly, it changed suddenly. All right, what is the outcome for this relationship between Sagittarius and a person? Somebody could be at the fork of the road, needing to make a decision. Could still be stuck because it's still love. Even though I feel that there's love, but I'm not seeing any cups. I just see a lot of ego in their head. I see swords on your part, their part, and the ending, like the outcome. All right, Spirit, can you let me know why this progress, and I didn't even pay attention to this progress. I didn't even pay attention to it. But this is like you are planning your future. You're planning ahead. And I'm sorry, like you just realize like your future is moving on and moving on without this person. That's how I'm looking at it. So you already at the point where you exhausted and you like, you know what, I'm exhausted and I'm thinking about what's my next move, because my next move is gonna be my best move, because what's going on right here ain't where it's at, right? It's just not where it's at. This person gotta have the last word. They got a big ego, and they gotta be right all the time. So the outcome as of right now is at a crossroads. Do I stay? Do I go? Am I gonna stay in my head and do what I think I need to do on a higher level? Or am I gonna stay because I'm emotionally connected because we got time together? We got time, we got a lot of time invested. So you got some choices, right? You're thinking about these choices with this King of Swords here. Is it going to be a swift cut, or am I going to, be logical with the decision that I make? Okay, why is this Two of Wands here and Four of Swords here? What is Sagittarius thinking about? What is Sagittarius thinking about? Like their outcome? Do they love this person? Does Sagittarius love this person enough to stay? It's like you willing to put the work in. You're willing to put the work in if it's necessary, right? It's like you want to put the work in, right? And you willing to do that, because like I said, but maybe that was the thing. Maybe you all work together good as a partnership. Maybe it's a lot of sacrifice in here. And maybe because that's the reason why you tired, because all you did was put in the work, right? It's almost like pushing a wheel, yeah, a wheel up a hill. And the more you go up, the steeper it gets, the harder it is. So it's like you put in a lot of work. What else are you telling me? Does Sagittarius love this person they're here about? Well, y'all probably y'all probably partied together. So when it was good, it was good. When it was good, it was good. Y'all had some happy times. Maybe at one point y'all even were able to talk, right? Now this came out in reverse. But now it's looking like You feel like you in the relationship all by yourself, Sagittarius. Why is this Four of Cups sideways? This want to come out. I'm set. Oh, because you still love them. You still love them, Sagittarius, and you feel like this was a divine union, right? But this person got you all in your head. You ruminating, like it's stress. Like this Four of Swords in reverse, that right there to me is nothing but stress. Like this was a very stressful relationship. It's like the other person had to be in control and even control of you, control of everything. But now you got to heal. That's what the universe is asking you to do, to heal, right? Tap into your spirituality, your religion, whatever you believe in, whatever ideology and faith you believe in. It's like the universe is telling you, my dear Sagittarius, we want you to just take care of yourself right now. That's it. No more, no less. There's no negotiation. Just take care of yourself. Get better, heal, be your better version, and then maybe we can add in other components, right? I hope that's making sense. Okay. Why is this Page of Swords and this Five of Swords here? Okay. Maybe because this person feel like they losing you. This person is depressed too. You know, it's like y'all not communicating. Y'all all in your heads, but y'all not communicating. So this person is depressed, they lonely because there is love here, right? Does this person love Sagittarius spirit? Just want to just be following your intuition. I don't know what that means, right? Because I need you to tell me a little bit more. It's like you know what to do. Does this person love Sagittarius the way Sagittarius love this person? Okay. This person is all about themselves. Maybe at one time they saw you as a wish fulfillment, but now they look at it as a failure, right? Maybe there was, maybe at one time they were cheating, but I don't know. They kind of on the fence. Like, do they want to start over or not, right? It's like they were keeping secrets. If I don't know if this is you or them, maybe they felt like you were keeping secrets, but this person is, they just worried about themselves. Like I told you, they're young, so maybe their value system was different than yours, right? Right. This person was very superficial, very cocky. I hate to say it, and I don't want to judge a person, but this person was very arrogant, very arrogant. Because I'm still not seeing any love, spirit. Did this person? No, they just all in their head. Maybe, sometimes, people don't know how to put words to their emotions. And that's what this is saying to me. This person was overwhelmed. Maybe, I don't know if there was an age difference because I'm feeling like this person is younger because this one seemed more of a parental parents, know how to take the relationship to the next level. And this one didn't. Sometimes we can have, it's people, they get into these little tiffs and riffs, meaning like arguments, and feel like they got to win at all costs. However, sometimes it's just good just to have an understanding at the end of the night, we're going to bed together. And that's the conceit, and all I need is for us to be happy when we lay our head down at night and or hang up the phone for the night if you don't live together, right? All right. This is that type of energy that I'm getting. That somebody is all about me and not about we. And that is the reason why this situation is going on. Tell me about this Two of Swords. What's the choices? Like, what is the final outcome? What is this Two of Choices here, Spirit? Why is this? Okay, right. Because, somebody was so persistent and felt like they had to have boundaries up. And I think if you do stay and you two do decide to work it out, you have to have boundaries, right? Because there was no direction with this relationship. And I think it needs to be a long-term vision. I think sometimes when people get in a relationship, they know how to do the superficial, the light dating, the asking other questions of what they deem to be important, but taking it and carrying it to the next step. A lot of people never really saw anything healthy. We live in a society of the love and hip hop, like, casual relationships, casual dating. Everybody wants the long-term relationship, but not a lot of people know what it takes to get there. And this could be it. You know, one person is a little older, the other person is a little younger. They've got all this bull energy in them, you know, the bull in the China store, and they don't know how to progress and take it to the next level and evolve throughout a relationship. Okay, Spirit, what else is the outcome for Sagittarius and this person? Okay, so this is telling me somebody really choose to be on their own. Somebody feel like they're more abundant when they're by themselves and that they need to have boundaries so that they can be their best version. Is that what you're telling me, Spirit? Yeah, they just feel like a lot of self-limiting beliefs and that it was a lot of criticism in this relationship and that people couldn't, you know, love even in spite of allowing a person to be an individual opposed to being a couple. And or hence flip it, you know, not being able to be a couple and hence wanted to be in a relationship and act as a single person. Yeah, I'm getting that too. Hence why there was low energy and vitality involved in the making and evolving of this relationship. Wow, that sucks. Okay. Let's put a little get a little cards here. It's a little outcome. Spirit, show me what I need to know for Sagittarius and the person they came here for. What is the outcome? What is the outcome for Sagittarius and the person they came here for? What is the outcome, Spirit? What is the outcome? Okay. Oh. So it could be attachments. Somebody could have been influenced by their family and friends in terms of, sometimes you go to people and you go to them for a respite, for a listening ear to hear your side of the story. But sometimes when we're talking to our family and friends, they listen from a slanted eye, a slanted ear. All they hear is how you're being mistreated, the one that they love. So they're not able to give you an impartial response, right? So because of that, that could have had some influence on the two of you, whether you make it or not. Remember, I said if you don't have influences or people in your corner that have a relationship that I ain't gonna say a model, but they have been there and they know that it's no perfect relationship, it's no perfect person, and that it's two imperfect people coming together perfectly flawed to make something beautiful. But if you go into people who already got the game messed up and twisted, then they're gonna give you a twisted outcome, right? Okay, that's why you gotta be careful who you share your information with. There's still a lot of spying because it is love here, but I only seen it on one side, right? I only seen it on one side. The other side, they could just be used to you out of habit, right? But they don't know yet if they want to hold on to it because at the outcome was being alone, being self-sufficient, right? But there's still some lurking, right? One of you is depressed, right? And then look like it was you, Saggy. You depressed because you feel like you didn't gave so much, so you can't give anymore. Okay. What is the epiphany that Sagittarius need to make a decision to stay or not? What is the epiphany that my beautiful, fiery Sagittariuses need to know? Sagittarius, what they need to know. Thank you. Okay. It's like you telling me you hopelessly devoted to this person. I seen it. So much so that your health is impacted, right? That's why you need boundaries. Okay. That's why boundaries came up. You love so hard that you need some boundaries. This is also saying, my dear, that you need to be enlightened, right? In terms of you need to see this more clearly. You're seeing this through love color glasses. That's what this is saying to me. And that you need to really work on spiritual self-discovery. Maybe I'm taking it as you need to do some shadow work, because sometimes the way we were raised and the way we saw love, that is, what they say, our thoughts is our actions. So the way you act is the perception of how love was shown to you. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Final outcome for my beautiful Sagittarius. All right, Spirit. What we need to know for Sagittarius? What's the final outcome? All right. Irreplaceable, right? One of you feel like the other one is irreplaceable, especially if that person is having their needs met. The way you love can never be matched. Yeah, yeah. I see it, Sagittarius, because I could tell you love this person. This card was in the wrong deck, but it says unexpected communication, but that doesn't not supposed to be in this deck. Okay. Okay, I can see this. Says that, and if you all do decide to stay and work this out, it looked like you all need to forgive one another of what was said, what was done, put down their egos and learn how to communicate, not to be hurt, but to be understood by both parties, right? Because it takes two. It's not just one person in the relationship, it's two. Okay. I hope, my beloved, that you all understood the assignment and got some type of understanding, some clarity out of this. And now you know how you show up in this relationship and potentially and possibly, if there's no changes made, how it's going to end. Okay. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a message. Let me know if this resonated. I would love to know the feedback. Mwah. Till the next time. Peace.